Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Hello. Hey, Becky. Hey, Zal. Julie Parker. Adrian. Cookie Wookie in the house. Hey, Jackie. How is it going over there? Y'all, it's been a busy day. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy, busy day. Busy morning. Busy morning. Had to listen to Eddie in the car all of his live, except for the last like 20 minutes. But I still enjoyed it. It gave me something to have in my ear while instead of listening to the people around me, I got to listen at my art people. But then when I had to drive, don't like that. Hey Lynn. Hey, all members, y'all go over to the community. There's a post over there for you. Sunday. Sunday is gonna be great. It's a little I don't know. I got a little y'all know this is why I don't like doing stuff on Wednesday. Because I like to be here, be settled. After I left Eddie, I went over and hung out in the balcony listening to Amy and Tara. Didn't want to get in the chat because I had stuff, had stuff. So, I'll be wanting to be there. And then when I get there, I'll be, kind of distracted. Somebody left me a little funky comment. It kind of pissed me off a little bit. Then I got a notification that there was somebody that was using stamps and left a little what you call it collab, and then I got to go over there, and that made me happy. So at the same time, when somebody tried to steal my joy, somebody was stamping out. Oh, and there she is in the chat. Keeks is there. Yes. Oh my goodness, I was starting to look at your video. It brought me so much joy. It dug me out a little hole that somebody was trying to put me in, which made me pivot a little bit today. Made me pivot a little bit. All right, let me get over here so I can see. Okay, there's comments. All right, let's cut this up so I can see because I don't want to put my glasses on. 5:45. Ooh, Lord. Mm, mm. Julie Parker, thank you. You know what? You be down for it. You be here. I be sleep. I have to catch me on replay. I really do appreciate you being in the chat because that's early. Hey, Saul. Saul, how things going with you? Vanessa, just before I forget, Jennifer, before I start doing all things, I'll be leaving from my live and then coming off my channel and then going over to hang out with Di over at her channel, and that's the Messy Palette. We're going to be slapping paint on the gel plate. She threatened me with a good time last week, and I was just like, hey, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm here for it. Okay, now my puppy is a little upset because I wouldn't let him come in the studio. So, you know, he's whining. So if y'all hear him whining, if it gets too much, and I'm probably gonna have to let him in the studio, but I don't have time to watch him and make sure he don't tinkle. So that's really the problem with why he can't come in. Usually when I'm in here and I'm looking at somebody else, but hopefully he'll just go to sleep. All right. I am going to do a couple things today. Karen, what time is Di's live? I don't know. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm just waiting on the notification to come. I mean, the email or whatever to come through on my messenger. But if I'm not mistaken, I want to say 7, but I can't remember if that's my time, that's Central Time or Eastern. But she put it up. Hey Lydia. Oh, you know what? This is the thing. She did put it up. She did. She did. Let me see. Oh, I need this up. Hold on. I gotta do what I need to do. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Put that thumbs up. Oh, hush. See, told you I need to do what I need to do. Okay, there's that. Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh, well, no worries. All right, let's close this over here. All right, there we go. Let's get this party started, right? Because today we're going to be talking about stay open, but don't lose yourself. Don't get caught up in the things. Yeah, there's no stream link. Yeah, there's no, but over in the somewhere over there in the community, those posts, she did put the time, something like that. But I don't know. I'm surprised there's not a thing up yet either. So maybe before we get off of here, for sure, she'll come in and we'll get it, and then we can share it in the chat. Okay. So happy Wednesday for everybody that's coming in. Everybody's rolling in. If anybody is here, I'm gonna give. Hold on. Okay. Could y'all hear me? I feel like I had myself on mute, and I think I did. Can you hear me now? Somebody put a heart or something that you can hear me. Oh, let me go over here and see if I can see me, hear me. There we go. Yep, there we are. I see the things moving. That's my way of checking for myself. Because I'm getting ready to give a little what do you call those things? I'm gonna give a welcome. I'm gonna give an invitation, but then I'm gonna also give an exit. Okay, because y'all know I ain't for everybody, and I squirrel a little bit, and I maybe don't stay on task all the time, but the majority of the time I give you what you need based on Okay, you can hear. Everybody can hear. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Michelle. Who y'all rolling on in here? Oh, Lord. When I tap the completed word, it always yeah, y'all be in the live chat. Don't be in the top chat. Be in the live chat because everybody is the top chat, live chat. So that way everybody can, do everybody. And if you just coming in, hit that live button so that you'll be live. Look, gotta go over here and hit it for myself. Where is that at? There we go. Ooh, right there. Because I watch right here so I can have the comments right in front of me. When it gets to going, then I know I need to pay attention. But, for the first hour, this is where we're going to start out. Let me make sure I'm in live. There we go. So, live. Hi, Virginia. Virginia just subscribed to the channel. Ooh, she in Decatur, Georgia. Listen, Virginia, you right up the road from me. Decatur is nowhere. I fly out of Atlanta. I'm in Alabama, Virginia. Look, I have a nice cup of coffee. It's almost gone. Because my numbers, they took a dip until I loaded up my cup. So it's really a cup of sugar. It's a cup of sugar. I'm gonna slap some paint on some paper. So we're gonna prep everything so we know where we're going. I'm gonna save gel printing because like I said, I'll be doing that over there with Dye this evening. If you're not subscribed to Messy Palette, um, Cookie Wookie did put a link in the chat. Go over and hang out with me the rest of the day because that's what we're gonna be doing. I will be using my Daniel Smith palette, but first let's do some little housekeeping. Because let me give my welcome for the people that I love, which I love. You're here every day, not every day, but you're here. My daughter lives in Alabama near Andalusia. I know. Look, I know where Op is. We go to Op. We take our lawnmower to Op to get it serviced and everything. That's a nice, beautiful drive for me. Welcome, Virginia. I am happy to have you here. Okay, I gotta find the one I got. I got two. Oh, that's throw. It did three. Okay, no. Do 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 do. Dum 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 dum. Okay. If you're here right now, it's April the 15th, 2026. I want to thank you for being here. I do. I do. I do. I do. I'm not going to do anything right now because I kind of have to do a little bit of, how can I say this? And if you're on Team Replay, thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out, putting me on fast or whatever. I really do appreciate it. Michelle, call me Glitter. Um, Y'all know me, right? Most of y'all know that I'm not for everybody, and I usually put that out. But I need to put that disclaimer out first and foremost before we get into staying open and releasing all of the stuff so you don't have to be stuck. And the people pleasing and all of the things. All of that is involved with you being humble because you get to understand that you're just not going to be everybody's cup of tea or a cup of coffee, or you're just not going to be everybody's side piece or everybody's meal. Everybody just not going to like you. I want you to be okay with that. Okay? Be okay with that. And now see, today when I pulled up the thing and the person, they said what they said and then they came back and said something else. And I was like, darn, I like that they took the time to give me all of that feedback, right? And then they took the time to schedule a departure to let me know that they unsubscribed. And then I was like, Lord, thank you. Because I don't need nobody like that in my chat. No way. Because over here, we don't hold on to things. We learn how to release the pressure for ourselves. So right now, if you don't feel like you don't want to hear any of the things, then that's fine. I'm okay with that. I love me. I have joy for me. I give myself grace. I want you, I'm not talking, this ain't for everybody, but you know that I always tell people, a hit dog holler. I'm talking to like people that come over on channels, and I'm kind of speaking for channels who've gotten people in their comments too. There's a whole bunch of people out there. Go watch them. I ain't for everybody, and I'm okay with that. Okay, I don't know how many times to say it, but many of us we've started living like we were being watched instead of living like we were being loved. I live like I'm loved. I love the hell out of me. Okay, I don't care if anybody don't like me. I could be here. I can go back to my starting lineup. But what I won't do is allow people, and this is what I'm telling you. I'm giving y'all this just a little, public service announcement. Y'all that come back Monday and Wednesday, you'll hear all the time, all through the whole thing. You come back, replay. I appreciate you. I thank you. I thank you for the comments. I thank you for even the sometimes you maybe drop something, but for some people to just want to be downright nasty, those are the people I want you to keep sliding. Slide on. Unsubscribe and slide on. Don't subscribe. Just keep moving. Because what that tells me is you are not here for yourself. And this girl over here, she outgrew the stuff that drained her. And the people pleasing, I outgrew that. I could give less than a flying California flip about those. Okay? So welcome back, everybody. My beautiful people that come back and hang out with me. And this is your first time here. Welcome. I do appreciate you taking the time to hit that subscribe button on purpose. Because you didn't just stumble in here by accident. You arrived at a moment probably when your soul needed it, right? Today is not about proving anything. It's not about performing. I don't perform over here. That's why I come in here and let you know. Somebody pissed me off, and here we are, we're talking about it. Because I'm not here to perform. It's not about explaining things either. But it's about explaining your life to people. It's not about explaining things to people who were never assigned to you at all. Give them the door. Exit stage left, open it, the door swings open. You hit that enter when you saw the thumbnail. Get grief artist, stay open without losing yourself. You came on in, but don't come in with the negativity. Just get on, just slide on out. Please and thank you. Because somewhere along the way, somebody hurt you, and you're not going to come over here in this chat and continue that hurt. I'm not going to allow it. I will block the hell out of you. Okay? Okay. Now, many of us started like we started living like we were being watched. And you used to it. But I'm not here for that. I'm not here to second guess anything. Because like I say, I outgrew that girl a long time ago. And I just choose not to have her here. Okay? So that's not for everybody, but a hit dog will holler. So if I stepped on your toe, just be like, oh my goodness, my bad, my bad. But I know it's not the normal, regular people. As a matter of fact, the person, they filed the, people always got to let you know, well, I unsubscribed. I ain't here no more. Cool. I didn't even know you was here in the first place. So today, let's shift because I'm getting ready to shift. So today we're going to be talking about what really matters, what means most to me. Relax in my life. Loving on myself without guilt. Stop carrying the weight of other people's opinions. See how that came in? And walking out my journey with peace, joy, grace, and y'all know the ultimate one, love. Got my flowers out. I'm going to be doing something with my flowers. I got the itty bitties and the big ones because we're going to make some cards. We're going to do some things. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. If y'all have any questions, do put Karen question or something so that way I'll know going through. But I'm getting ready to start, and then if it's something that I need to really, really highlight, then Cookie up, highlight me, and then I'll know. But y'all, that kind of, that kind of, I just had to let you know, it just kind of ticked me off because some people just ain't got good couth about them, and it's okay. I'm not here to judge them. I just don't want them to be over here in my space. You know what I mean? Don't be in my space. Stay over. Go find your people because everybody has their people. I mean, look where we are in the United States right now. He still got supporters. Everybody got their people. But I'm not your people. If you want to come over here telling me what you want, what you don't want, how you like it, and gonna tell me how to run slapping paint on paper, create Joy Studio, this ain't the place. I ain't asked for nobody. Mr. McCoy can't even come in the studio and tell me what to do. So I'm trying to get out that little soapbox right there, but that thing ticked me off real bad. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I am. I'm gonna pivot a little bit. We got to slap this paint on this paper, but just the audacity. I feel like I need to go to Colorado and get in some of that smoke, Eddie. Whew, shush. Baby, I know the city is high right now. Okay. Who's that? Karen, I like you, and for me, I love to listen to your advice and to see all your creativity. Thank you, Vanessa. Maybe that's what I need to do. Anybody else? I spy with my little eye a Christy Wright palette. I adore her. She was and is my teacher and friend. Oh my goodness, yes. I have all of Christy Wright's palettes. They hold all of my watercolors. So I have the big ones and the little ones. Yes, her brushes, some stamps. Yes, Christy Rice is the one that helped me get this little funky attitude that I got and live life out on purpose because you're not here to appease. You can't appease everybody. Okay. Lexi, hello. Hi, Pinka. It's Wednesday. Y'all here today. Okay. All right, let me go. We're gonna get into it. Thank you, Kathy. We're going to get into it. So today we're going to talk about staying open. I want you to stay open without losing yourself. See how I lost myself a little bit in that, but I honed in. I brought myself back. We circled, because I had to think about it. It's like, relax, Karen. Love on yourself. Don't worry about what other people's got to say. They don't pay your bills. They ain't sending you no money. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Chill, relax. Give yourself a little bit of grace right now. Hone in on that peace. Get ready to slap this paint down for the joy because why? You love you. Got love on you. And that's how I do it. I don't need, and I want y'all to know, you do not need permission to live a life that feels good to your soul. And when you're living a life that's good to you, and when you're helping other people and other people are coming in and they like you, there's going to be, if you got 20 people loving on you, there's going to be about 5 people that's going to be talking about you. They're going to do the opposite of what those 20 people do. It's a numbers game. But this is what I've learned in my over 50 years of living. The same people that talk about me, the same people that set snares and traps, those are the same people that have to come through me before they can sleep good at night. Because y'all know what Whoopi Goldberg said on The Color Purple. Got them fingers. Until you do right by me, everything you think about's going to crumble. You have to go back and apologize to people. You can't be rude. So let me be real for a moment. Not that I haven't already, but let's move on over into how we do what we do without losing ourselves, right? Some of you probably are tired, like I was. Like today, I'm not physically tired, but mentally. It's an emotional exhaustion at this point from trying to just hold everything together while also trying to be able to kind of to be acceptable kind of to everybody else. Because even still, being over here on YouTube Mondays and Wednesdays, I personally still have to show up and be a version of me that will connect with someone that maybe needs to. Not everybody. Remember, I'm not for everybody. And that kind of living, sometimes it can drain you. But because you're constantly asking the questions, remember, got to ask the question. What will I think of me? Will I approve of me? Am I doing this right in my eyes? If you're asking the question this way, what will they think of me? Will they approve? Or does this look right in their eyes? It's the wrong question. You got to satisfy you first, right? You got to disconnect from the most important voice. You got to disconnect from those people that speak negative in your life and connect to the voice that matters the most, your own. And today, I want to help y'all take it back. Learn to relax in your life. If you don't like your life, remember, if you're here, you're still breathing, you're still creating, and you still have time to get it right. Relaxing is not about being lazy. You know, sometimes people be around and they be like, "Oh, you're just so lazy." I'm just like, I'm not lazy. I'm just taking time right now so I don't slap the crap out of you. I'm just really just honing in over here. I'm sitting over here in this corner because I don't want to cuss you out. You know, I told y'all I'm saved, sanctified, and I'm full of some of the Holy Ghost. I'm not all there. God is still working on me. And I'm not one of those that carry around a Bible all day long, every day, and tell you that you're going to die and go to hell. That ain't me, because that's not my life. So when people are talking and people are saying things that just doesn't connect with your spirit or doesn't connect with who you are as a person, you just got to let them go. Just let them go. I mean, seriously, let them go. Sometimes it might be family. We have to kind of let them go, give them a timeout so they can go over there and sit in their room. And then when they miss you, because they're going to miss you, they're going to miss you. They're going to miss you. And you want them to kind of miss you. But you want them to miss the good in you. You don't want to constantly be bringing up all of the bad. Hey, Ann Webb. Feel like hey, Darcy. I saw Ann and Darcy and anybody else that popped in. Put up a heart. Throw your hearts up. Because this is what we're doing today. We're talking about how to stay open. My puppy, he's so hard. He's so mad. He is really mad. He'll be all right. Oh, that's pretty. All right, I think I'm going to do one. I'm going to leave that alone. So, relaxing is not about you falling behind either. Relaxing is you trusting that you don't have to rush your thoughts or your life or whatever. You don't. You don't have to force your growth. And you don't have to compete with anybody else. Nobody has to compete with me on timelines, right? People are going to do what they want to do. They're going to be where they want to be. And that's just how it is. I think it was like Maddie was on and she was like, everybody, usually is on and she didn't want to compete. And most of the time, because we want to be in the chats, we want to be on the channels because we want to support. It's not because we're competing. That's not what it is, right? But sometimes when you feel overwhelmed, well, let me speak for me because y'all know me. The best person I can talk about is me. Sometimes when I'm in overwhelm, the best thing I can do for me is to get in a place that makes me feel, I don't want that. I'm going to move that. I want more on that. That makes me feel joyful. That means it's either I'm in the studio, either I'm out on the lawnmower, or I'm on the tractor. I'm doing stuff that makes me happy. Now, do I have a bunch of good girlfriends that like to do all the things I do? No. As a matter of fact, I got some that don't want to even come and visit because they scared of the bugs. They don't want to do the bugs. God knows they don't want to do art because they don't get their nails dirty. Or they don't want to be on the lawnmower for sure. And do I care? No. Are we still friends? Yeah. Do we go out a lot? No. Because the things that bring me joy now, usually is going to be one of those things. And I'm okay with that. So I want you to find the thing that helps you to kind of hold on, right? Because loving yourself without conditions is the best thing you could do. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Loving yourself. What does that mean to you? And put this in the chat, and I'm going to try to slap this paint on this paper and go to the chat. But what does loving you look like? Not when everything is perfect. I'm not talking about when it's perfect. Not when you finally get it right. Not when everyone claps for you. But loving yourself like right now in a hard place. I had to love myself through losing another child. So I had to basically show up for me, not talking about showing up for everybody else. I had to show up for me during a time when I was talking myself off a ledge of, God, I can't believe I'm here again. Cannot believe this is happening again. So I had to do it with the flaws, the mistakes of, wanting to bless folks out. with moments wishing I could redo, like go back to October the 3rd and never have to face October the 4th. Because if you only love yourself when you win, you will abandon yourself every single time. And the struggle will be hard. And you deserve better than that. I deserve better than that. So that's why I had to tell myself, hey, girl, you're going to lose yourself if you don't get a hold of yourself. So it's kind of like, Monday I told y'all I had to tell myself to shut up. So it was kind of like I had to check myself. Y'all know, you remember that saying, check yourself before you wreck yourself? That's kind of how it was. And even some days, like today, I pretty much had to, like, I read that and I was like, oh, we got to go somewhere and find something happy. And then I saw Keek's video. I started looking at that. And then I was just like, oh my goodness, this just makes me happy. And it just gave me a little bit more energy so that I can come and show up over here for you guys. Hey, Zippy. My hands are always covered in paint and ink. That brings me joy, right? LOL, not get my nails dirty. I can't wait. Imagine. Yeah, I got some. Love myself without conditions, telling people no and canceling, right? That's one of my harder things, loving myself. I'm so weary. Becky says, I'm constantly trying to improve myself. Sometimes I'm 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Those steps back make me think about how to not make better choices. That happened today. I'm constantly trying to improve myself. Okay. I had to reread. All right, I need to switch colors. Do I? No, I need to switch what I'm doing. We're going to let those dry. These are bigger ones, and I'm going to pull out my stamps. But I think the best thing that I did on my journey of loving, it's an action word. I'm constantly continuing to do it as we speak now. Loving myself every single day sometimes puts other people out of the ring. Like I have a circle around me, really around me. I mean, like COVID defined it best by put your hand out. If you can touch me, then you're kind of too close, right? So that kind of is how I kind of look at it, right? So with that circle, in that circle, if you're in the circle, that means I put you in the circle. And I care about you and maybe a little bit of your opinion. So when I say letting go of other people's opinion, there are people in my life that I do care about their opinions. Like I will go with them, I will go to them and ask them questions or ask them like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, how should I address this? Or what? I do. And if I do that, those are the people that I trust. And so people will have something to say no matter what you do. And if you're quiet, sometimes they'll question you. If you speak, they'll judge you. And then if you're growing, like what Becky just said, 2 step forward, 1 step back, you misunderstand you. All of those things are things that are okay. So if you're going to be talked about anyway, you might as well live a life that brings you peace. Because peace, listen, my peace is expensive. Ugh, darn, don't you hate when that happens? These old dried up, and I should have had my, what you call them out just for that. But we're going to see if we can stick it back in there and bloop right there. Hold on, y'all, I got to concentrate. I think I got it. But I think, I know my peace is expensive. My joy is expensive. Hanging out with me is expensive. It's a double. We ain't going to worry about it. Hold on. I got some stuff. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. So we're going to use some other stuff. And the other thing that I realized is, yes, my peace is hanging out with me can be expensive, as my friend said. She's like, well, you paint, you do all the things. Then when you go somewhere, it costs to go. I'm just like, do you like, what are you trying to say? Tell me what you're really trying to say. Because remember, when people talk to you and what they're saying, usually it don't have nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with how they feel about themselves. So this is why I try to tell you is don't worry about what people do say. Worry about only what you say. Like the little girl somewhere, I think it was a little girl on Instagram back in the day, or well, not back in the day, but maybe around COVID time. She said, "Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself." And I think if we worry about ourselves, we'll be okay. We won't have to worry about how people feel. Like I wouldn't even let that get into my psyche or what. I don't even know the couldn't even tell you the screen name because for one, I deleted it. So if they come back, they'll know that that's just how important they was to me. And two, just be like, oh, that's how you feel. Be like, okay, that's cool. Hey, Topeka. So I don't like over explaining, and I don't like over performing. That's why I like to slap paint on paper, and I really, really, really don't. I don't consider myself a teacher of it because I feel like sometimes I have to explain it too much, and if I got to explain it too much, then it doesn't bring me joy, right? So I tell you, if it's anything you want to learn about all of the things and all of, whatever and jailbreak and all that, but yeah, I'd be like, go to the teacher because I'm just not the teacher. But I've been told that I do a good job at teaching, but I think it's because I want to have fun, right? So over caring about opinions that don't carry your responsibility, sometimes that just means you like joy. You like me. And if you like joy and you're trying to figure out like how to have more joy, how to have more peace, you my kind of people. That's why y'all keep coming back hanging out. Sometimes. Like you come over here and listen at me talk to myself and tell myself, be like, girl, you know that was wrong, right? Right? Because sometimes y'all can relate, right? So there we go. All right, let me get this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I needed to have some things prepped, but that's what I told you. I had to leave the house today and I didn't get it prepped. All right, let's put those right there. Because y'all know those are my stamps. Those are the stamps in memory of my babies. My children that I've lost. Now hold on, I gotta get my brush. Because we gotta do this. I didn't use my little tool. Won't you take me to? All right, there we go. So we got that right there. Let's close that for now. Sit that right there. All right, that's that. We got to do one more. All right, let me see, because I asked a question, and let me see. Did I say hello to Topeka? I think I did. But if I didn't, hello. I have Circle. I have asked the Holy Spirit to help me. Yes. I love that flower. I would just paint in it. Oh, yeah, Virginia. Let me tell you about these flowers. You can do just that. You can do just that. But we're gonna do two things today. Three things today. One, two, three. So these flowers right here are my designs that I created. These are my flowers that turned from watercolors to Mariah threatened me with a good time. Now they're a stamp. So you can get these over at PM Artist Studio and you can do just that. So I've had some things that I've done that. Like I've paint. For those that don't know how to paint, they're kind of made for the people that don't know how to do my flowers. So yeah, Virginia, you're on the right track. Okay, Topeka, yes, asking, All right, let's go to Virginia. I'm sure Karen will explain these flowers. Oh, yeah. Look at her. There we go. Oh, yes. Karen Butch, you taught. Yeah, I know, Michelle. I know. See, that's when y'all just reaffirm, but I ain't walking out here in these streets saying I'm a teacher, though. Vanessa said, I face a daily battle against the stigma surrounding my health problems. Ever since I started wearing a wig, I look healthy again, so everyone assumed I'm okay now. Vanessa, it makes me mentally tired. So, Vanessa, how would you want that to be? Like, you're saying, okay, ever since I started wearing a wig, I look healthy again. So everyone assumes I'm okay. And okay, with wearing a wig, that's making it putting more stress on you. Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. And you might go say something down here. Vanessa, you have, yeah, okay. Way back when you used to your yellow embossing powder for the first time, I ordered that in another color. I'm still waiting on it. Okay. Yes. Oh, there is. See, there's the link. Vanessa, Okay, I'm caught up. Love that. My birthday is coming up. Ooh, Virginia, listen, hold on, girl. Listen, we got that along with these flowers. I'm gonna try not to get ahead of myself, or I was reading, just read what Vanessa wrote, and I just got a little chill. So that just meant that just touched my heart because I get it. It's hard sometimes when people put you in a box, and I'm gonna speak from my place of grieving. That's why I consider myself. I'm a grief artist. I talk about that. That's letting people know straight up when you come into my channel. You're going to hear me talking about grief. If you're tired of hearing me talk about it, I always say, I'm just not for you. That's my journey. That's my healing journey. That's what I do. I allow people to take a glimpse kind of in my life so that they can give themselves a little bit of grace. Because the world will say, it's time for you to be over that. You should be moving on. You should be, whatever, whatever, whatever. Grief doesn't have an explanation date. If someone feels that they are in a situation that it is draining the life out of them, that's where I want you to kind of pause and ask yourself, how is this making me feel better? And I want you to do what makes you feel better. Because giving yourself grace along the journey, that's what makes you happy. Even when life is just turning you upside down. I always say it's like, when, back in the day, I used to get, my butt toe up. I didn't have gentle parenting. It's just like, and my mom used to say, I'm going to beat your behind every which way but loose. And that means she was going to hang on to me and tear that tail up till she got tired. And I couldn't go nowhere. So sometimes that's how life is. Life is just beating the hell out of you, and you just feel like you're in a boxing ring, and you weaving and wobbling, and instead of missing the punches, life just keeps just knocking you down, just knocking you down. And I'm saying, give yourself some grace and stop trying to appease other people. That's the best thing I could have done for myself, was to stop trying to please everybody else who was watching me on my journey. That was the best thing I could have did. I just didn't care no more. I came to a place where I just can't do it. I just can't. I love me too much. And at the same time, God was showing me, hey, I need you to get up here and get yourself together, because somebody needs to know how to do it. And somebody needs to know that I'm still here and I'm still with you, even though life is hard. Even though there are people out there saying how bad life is, I'm still here. And I'm just like, okay, fine, but I'm still going through. Just give me a minute. That was me talking back, like I had some right. Well, let's put some gold down there. Let's put some gold down there. So, y'all just kind of pivot a little bit. Give yourself some grace. And sometimes you gotta tell people where to go. You gotta tell them, hey, this your stop. Push the buzzer. I'll come back later. I'll come back around when you matter. But right now I matter. What is this? Okay, that's what I thought it was. Well, what? You don't look like you're, probably because it's the same color. Well, why'd you put that in there? I don't know. Y'all talk to y'all projects when y'all doing y'all little work. I do. Okay. But over here at Create Joy Studio, you have a support. That's, you have a group of people who want to help you get through whatever you're going through. Just we might can't take all the pain away or whatever, but it's a moment in time. It's 2 hours or however long I'm on here in the day, and you get to go back and replay. And then sometimes you maybe connect and make friends, and then you'll have people in your life. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So it's just one of those things. But sometimes you gotta just, I can't say what I really want to say. But those that know, Just sometimes you gotta tell people just where to get off at and where to go. Cause I just don't give a California flip, and I don't. Cause some days you're going to get it right, and some days you're not. Some days you might feel strong. Some days you're gonna feel like you're starting over, like what Becky said in the chat. But this is what I'm saying. I want you to give yourself grace so that you can not punish yourself for being in progress. You won't, I promise you. It's just one of the things. I'm going to put that up there. Okay, we're going to do this one. I'm going to stamp this out. Let's see. We put him on top. We're going to put her on top. And remember, if you're here right now in this chat, or if you're on replay, you're still breathing. You're still creating. You get to keep on trying. So don't knock yourself out of the race because maybe, like Becky said, you took 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Continue to give yourself grace, right? You have to be accountable to only you, not everybody else. Only you, right? And that's where the this April comes in, talking about being humble, because when you let go um of how, let's see, how can I say this? I don't want to say it rudely. When you let go of the what people think, you get to live in your peace and your joy. And when you're living in peace and joy, it doesn't mean that you're gonna avoid the responsibilities. It means you're owning your stuff. Okay, well today I I failed at whatever, if that's the language you use. But I will ask you to rephrase it. But if that's what you say, right? Let's say today I failed in the fact that I let for a moment somebody get to me, right? That's just me being mature about what's happened today. But the real humbleness was coming over here on the channel on the live right now when I started was telling you guys about it. Yeah, somebody did say it such and such and such, and that ticked me off, right? But I'm not gonna lose myself in the fact it's not gonna stop me from doing what I need to do. It kind of just ticked me off a little bit. All right. And I'm honest enough to say that, but that's when humility steps in, right? Humility says, I'm not always gonna get it right. But I do take accountability without tearing myself down. And that's what I want you to do. Like Becky says, sometimes you just feel like she take 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. And it's the steps back that we beat ourselves up about. Right? We don't give ourselves grace for the step that we still did good. Like if you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, you still need to celebrate that 1 step. But we focus on the negative instead of the positive. I do it all the time, which is why I'm telling y'all, don't worry about it. You ain't by yourself. Think about something right now that you tore your world up. You just like, oh, darn, I could have did that better. Now give yourself a little bit of grace and think about the stuff that you did do. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I did good over there. I did great. That way, you humble yourself. You don't feel like you should be perfect in all things. Like I just did that, put all that daggum stuff right there. I need to get one of them disc vacuum cleaners. But listen, I got a little bit on the paper, but I got a lot on the card. See what I'm saying? You see how I did that? Give yourself credit for the good you do. I didn't pour it all out, so I got a little bit on. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Take accountability without tearing yourself down. You can say things like, I could have handled that better, without saying I'm a failure, right? Accountability is correction, not condemnation. Stop blaming everything outside of you. Yes, life happens. Yes, people hurt you. But healing requires asking yourself the question, what is my responsibility in how I respond? How I'm healing over here? How I'm going to have my joy today? How I'm going to move forward from such and such and such saying such and such and such? That's where the power comes in, right? You maybe say, oh, I want those cards. I want to be able to paint like Karen. That's not your power. That's my power. I want you to give yourself a great big hand clap when you say, oh, I slapped some paint on some paper today. I feel amazing. That's what it is. Humility allows you to adjust without having an ego, right? Sometimes the plan doesn't work. And instead of forcing it, humility says, you know what, maybe let me shift this a little bit. Let me see if I can learn how to make my flour. Let me see if I can grow through making my flour so that I can feel good about my flour, right? Not everything that falls apart is failure. Sometimes it's just a new direction. My grief now, almost 7 years after my son's death, I look at the new direction that has come in my life, and Lord knows I don't think I would be where I am now if that wouldn't have happened. Now, some people will be like, well, you're saying that had, yeah, it had to happen. I've accepted the fact. Am I trying to change it? No, it's a part of my life. It's what happened. I can't undo it. But what I can do, we're going to do an itty bitty grace. What I can do is have joy on the journey. Give myself grace. That's what I can do, right? Because you're going to outgrow the things that hurt you. And you can smile again, even though they tore your world up. I mean, over here, remember I told y'all, I got life after divorce. On working on, we're on my second marriage. I ain't gonna say working on my second marriage. I'm on my second and ain't having another. We down like 4 flat tires stuck in the mud, in the snow. We ain't nobody going nowhere. We is it. We is all each other got. But I had to let go of some things in order to be able to say that, because there was a time when I'd be like, I'm not going to fall in love. I'm not finna do none of that no more, because I don't have time to be hurt like that, right? But I recognized what was draining me. My thoughts. I was draining me, right? So when you recognize what drains you, because sometimes what drains you doesn't look toxic at first, right? But I was very toxic to myself. My thoughts were very toxic. How many of you, like, have negative conversations with yourself? How many of you need to change your thought process? Get the dictionary, find 5 words that speak to where you want to be. Like, maybe you're not there. Maybe you're not ready to tell yourself you're fabulous. Maybe, I don't know. Y'all know me. I'm the best thing that God woke up this morning. And is. He didn't wake up nobody greater than me. That's just me and the pride that I have in me. And you have to go through. You have to get to a place where you believe that. I believe that. I am hotter than fish grease on a Saturday out in the yard. You don't get no better than that. You hear me? I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes toxic stuff, it looks familiar. Sometimes it looks like maybe a conversation that you're having. You need to leave it alone. The relationships where kind of you were always pouring out but never being filled, just like I just kind of put that back in there. The environments where you feel like you have to shrink just to belong, right? You got to recognize what drains you. And being humble and in your humility, once you do that, you can love who? You. And then once you love you, then you can love someone else. That's just me. That was me. That's how I had to walk that puppy out. All right, let's cut this on, because we got to get back over there to the other side. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Maddie. How are you? Anybody else popped in? See you later, Becky. Okay. All right. And so these other stamps that I was using, these are my word stamps, inspiration. What do I do with that? All right. Let me go on and hit this real quick, because I always feel like y'all can't hear me. But I want you to love on yourself so that no matter what happens in your life, you can always show up for you. What she say? Fish grease on a Saturday out in the yard. Now I don't know that one. Zell, you ain't. Look, I'm with Eddie. You ain't never been to a fish fry? Girl, ain't nothing better than getting a fish fry. Oh man, and some fresh fish too. Listen, okay. And then the other thing is, I don't want you to feel guilty once you decide that what's draining you. Sometimes you just have to outgrow it, because you figure it out. You figure it out. It's like, the guilt of outgrowing people and patterns. That's a hard one. But like I said when I started the live, if I cared about what people said in my comments, I wouldn't have hit the live button. I'd have said it was canceled because what they thought of my live on Monday, I think it was Monday's live, they put that comment on. I think that's how important it was to me. Um, you just gotta let it go, right? You just gotta let it go. Zell, you got to have a fish fry, girl. Let me know the next time you in Chicago. I'm gonna have to hook you up with my cousin. Everybody needs to know what a good old fish fry is. You had a grill going on one side of the yard and then had a fish on the other side. Ooh, mercy me. Then somebody cutting up watermelon. Then you got somebody frying fried chicken. Ooh, gracious. You gotta have potato salad at a good old fish fry. I'm not having my annual summer fling this year. Got too much going on already. All right, I think we're done. Hold on. Are we done? Everything done? That's hot. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, there we go. We got these. These are my designs that you can get over at PM Artist Studio. If you want to do any of the things of what I'm getting ready to do right now, hey, don't let me threaten you. I want to threaten you with a good time. Now, Virginia said something in the chat, like at this point she would go and she would watercolor them. So I'm gonna sit these over here because we're gonna put these on bases. Those are gonna be cards. We're gonna pull these back out because we need to put, every watercolor. We got to put what you call that? We got to put leaves on them. We got to make them fancy because these are all gonna be cards. Gonna all be cards. I'm getting ready for my Mother's Day cards. Getting ready for my Mother's Day cards. Okay. So the other thing I want you to think about is I gave myself a big old hand clap when I said, girl, you're growing. Because the old Karen would have went back, followed the person's page, and went back and had a little like, oh, if you didn't like it, then you didn't have to comment. But there was no need for me to do that. So I had to give myself a hand clap and just like, you know what? You're growing. Because growth will change your tolerance, right? Here's something nobody really prepares you for: growth and tolerating people in their shenanigans, right? The things you used to excuse, the behavior you used to normalize, the chaos that you used to sit in and then just kind of take it on, it starts to feel uncomfortable, right? Not because you're better than anyone else. Y'all know I'm bougie though, but it doesn't mean that I'm better than anyone else. It's because I no longer align with doing that. Like I'm over 40. Hell, I'm over 50. I don't go hang out in the club. Sunday, look, Eddie, we was going back and forth with the song. Let me tell you something. I told you before the end of this week, this back, we was gonna be hurting because that drop it like it's hot and how low can you go? Listen. But I don't do those things, so I just no longer align. Do I still love it? Like I'm doing most swoop bopping and things like that, sitting down in a chair, because all that other stuff just it's just not for me anymore. But I'll do it a little bit. Don't threaten me with a good time. And when that kind of shift happens in your life, you have a choice. Do you sit there and let people drain your joy? Or do you just get up and move on and go somewhere else or come over here where I'm slapping paint on paper and you're just like, oh, that makes my heart happy. Or you go and sit in somebody's chat where they're just like calling you out and telling you you're no good and all of that stuff. You know the people, you know the things. Or I'm talking about in person more so than online because hopefully you don't have to take that kind of abuse online. Oh, wait a minute. I feel like I missed some. Quick art question. Michelle asked what paper was, please, and Julie was asking about the blue you use for peace flowers. Um, Embossing neon, that's blue neon for that. And the paper I'm using is Fabriano. Fabriano. Y'all know I'm a Fabriano girl. Made in Italy. So when I make cards, these cards are going to go in for my Mother's Day. I'm going to do a series for Mother's Day. So I like to use quality paper. And so those, yeah, that's it. It's a hard lesson to learn, but be careful how you talk to yourself. Give yourself some grace. The body internalizes those words. Facts. That is so true, Ann Webb. Facts. Oh no, Karen, I missed too much. I'm going to have to watch the replay. Okay, Maddie. Hell, I'm over 70. Virginia say. Oh, goodness. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's a good one. Listen, I was in the yard with my 95-year-old grandmother the other day. I had to do a wellness check because for whatever reason, she wasn't answering the phone. And that drive up that road is only 15 miles up the road. And I just had to tell myself just what Ann said. I had to give myself positive words. I was like, she's going to be out there in the yard, or she's just going to be on the phone. She's going to be doing something. Don't think negative. And as I turn in her yard, she's sitting up there on her porch with her feet propped up on the phone. I said, no wonder you can't answer the phone. You're on the phone. She up there caking on the phone with a little boo thing, talking to her friend. I was like, ma'am. And she didn't want to get off. I just like, you call him back. I drove up here. So we're gonna have to do something because she doesn't have an answer machine. That's the thing. Her new system or whatever. I don't know. It's just driving me crazy. But anyways, so that was that. But um, where was I going with that? Yeah, you don't align you don't have to linger in places where you've outgrown. Just don't do it. I just don't want you to. Um, and outgrowing people isn't, you're not abandoning people. You're just kind of aligning yourself so that your alignment can have your own peace, which is why, most of the time when I do these, when I was writing, because this is my handwriting, and Mariah's like, oh my goodness, those make beautiful stamps. I was like, okay, great. I wrote them out. These are my handwriting because I'm very serious about my peace, right? There's my peace, my how I love on me, my joy is important to me, and grace. No, that's peace, that's grace, right? So when you start aligning your life with your peace and you start growing, therefore you're going to start healing better. You're going to find that you have more clarity. And sometimes though that is going to offend other people, and that's okay. That's usually the first sign that you know that you're growing and you're taking care of you, is when you start offending other people and other people start saying things like, oh, you just don't have time for us no more. No, it's not that I don't have time for you anymore. It's just that I don't have time for that foolishness anymore. If you choose to give them an explanation. But sometimes you don't have to give an explanation. Just be like, no, I'm good. Well, you gonna come and hang out? No, I won't be doing that this year. I'm protecting my peace. And I have joy hanging out over here because creating my space, like the name of my studio is Create Joy Studio, right? And when you create space for what? You say peace to settle into your life, joy to feel natural again so that you can sit there and be like, oh, take a breath with like, oh my goodness, that feels so good, right? So that people don't have to feel, you don't have to feel like you need people so that you can kind of, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. However it fits to you, because for me, I just done to start telling people just kick rocks with open toe shoes on in the wintertime in a blizzard. Especially if I don't have the time. And then especially if they don't have the time for me either. Right? So creativity allows you to flow without resistance. When you don't want to do a thing, just say no and keep it moving. And I want you to rest. I want you to rest because rest actually restores you. And let me say this real clear. You don't have to fight for peace when you stop entertaining what disturbs you. When people are not serving you, don't worry about it. Move on. Somebody's just like, well, I just can't believe you're just not going to come, or I can't believe that you're not hanging out with us no more. Hey, it's okay. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't. Okay. Right? And be like, oh, I can't believe all you do. Like, I was gel printing. Just like some of the things. It'd be like, oh, I still trust me. Slapping paint on paper is still my ultimate joy. But at the time, now I combine the both gel printing and watercolors. Man, let me tell you, they bring me joy. So if it brings me joy, then that's what I'm going to do. I want you to do what brings you joy. So therefore, you don't have to cuss folk out and tell them how blank blank they are and all the things. You just kind of quietly just, excuse yourself from the room. And remember, people are not going to give you what you don't demand. I demand my peace at all times. I don't have time to go and sit in circles and sit in places where my peace is not going to be there for me. Okay? So you don't have to fight for peace when you stop entertaining what disturbs you. That's transformation. Okay? And here's the thing. I want you to sit with this for a moment. Ask yourself, what in my life constantly drains me? Ask yourself that question and answer it. And another question is, where am I overextending myself to feel accepted? And the last question, what have I already outgrown, but I'm afraid to just release it? Be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell me, but be honest with yourself so that you can recharge and you can stay open to the healing without losing yourself, right? All right, we're going to put them over there and let them dry. We'll put these over here. All right, I'm going to do some more, but not, hold on. We can do this one. I can go back over here with this. Okay, you got any questions? All right. Hello, Mr. McCoy. Y'all, Mr. McCoy was threatening my peace. He asked me a question talking about doing something in June. I was like, Karen, you make watercoloring look so easy. Michelle, it's been years and years and years of slapping paint on the paper. Still, so much so I do it without even thinking about it. Michelle said, I tell people no and test. I've been needing 12 hours of sleep some nights and I have no one to stop me. There you go. Try having to grow up pretending to be two different people for your own survival. Oh. Eddie, I could go deeper with that. I really would like to go deeper with that. I feel like we can turn that into a whole show, Eddie. I do. Because that's a good thing. That's a good one. That is good. That is really, really, really good. My whole thought process just like went there. I guess like, we could go there with that. Because a lot of people don't understand. They just don't. And the people pleasing that you have to do, listen. That's why now I just don't have time. I just don't. I'm so happy with who I am right now. I get to love on me. And those that, I mean, even to the point to, like I told you, my daughter, she's like, I gotta get used to you saying no. He talking about who needs 12 hours of sleep. I need 12 hours of sleep. I need uninterrupted hours of sleep. Let me tell you, the best sleep I get is when Mr. McCoy leave the house and go to work. Because, like this morning, he woke me up blowing his snout. I'm like, did he just really do that? He couldn't have waited till he went outside and got in his car and drove up the road. Knowing I got mama ears. But, yeah, I mean, sometimes your body is just like, I mean, even right now, I'm literally drained. That's your fault you only get 4 hours of sleep. That is truthfully your fault that you only get 4 hours of sleep. But you also can function on 4 hours of sleep, too. You can function on 4 hours of sleep. You can function on 2 hours of sleep. But if he sleeps more than, Lord knows I've never known the man to sleep over 8 hours. I probably never known him to sleep more than 6 hours. But that's the difference in he and I. I've had all the years of being a mother and being awakened, having to be up and taking care of the kiddos. So it's like now I feel like my body is saying, hey, I'm tired. And then the daggone puppy is here, so the puppy want to wake up at like 6:30 because he wants to get up, and he's missing his brother because it's only one puppy left. Then who got to get up? Me. Like now, I don't know if y'all hear the puppy. He mad. He is mad. He big mad. Now I'll probably between the lives going to Di's live, I'll let him in the. I don't have to be totally responsible for everything in the on the channel, and I'll probably let him in. But right now, he big mad, so it'll be okay. But the thing that I want you to really focus on, guys, I really want you to focus on is what constantly drain you. Some of the things, hey Carla, some of the things that I'm saying doesn't drain me every day. It isn't even life shattering. Like Mr. McCoy going to sleep, it's not, it's just I just tell him how I feel, and so he can, so he can know. But is it gonna shadow my world? No. So I'm talking about things that really, really, really are you trying sitting in a place and somebody really, 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 I'm talking about really, are just, I don't know, they're rude to you. I can give examples, but I don't want to. But so I want y'all to really go inside yourself and think about for yourself, because you know I've let go of some things, so I don't want to, try not to keep talking about it. Because if you keep talking about it, that means you're not over it. I'm over it, but it's a good example, and sometimes I just don't want to use it as an example. But I have taken back my strength and my power, and I did that because I found out the things that was draining me and what was not making me happy, and I confronted them. And some of it happened to be people, some of them happened to be family members, some of them happened to be children that I birthed. It's just like, I cannot be here, I can't do it. The only way you're going to grow up is I'm going to have to let you go, let go of your hand so that you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. You're my child. Right? Okay. All right. So Virginia wanted to, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I've already did what I can do. So you can go over it. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Let me go back. Let me go back. I saw a lot of scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Then you have to spend the rest of your life trying to undo all that. Yep. Hey, I since you did it, you're strong. Surpass. Yep. You might need more than four, even though you get four. Nah, he don't need no more. Sir Edward, you drop this. Yep. Undo it. Fight for those. Okay, I got it. Okay, everybody's talking to each other. Mama ears. I know about that. Yeah, no mama ears. Expectations. Whew, let me tell you the person that put the most who put the most they do the most. You you put more expectations on yourself than a little bit. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I put a lot of expectations on myself. Let me speak for me. I'm my worst critic, um, which is why I spend most of the time, most of my day, not getting dressed up, not doing all the things, do stuff that makes me happy, especially when I leave out of the house. Like, I'm not finna put on a whole bunch of clothes just to go to the store and see people that I could give less than a California flip about, or see people who could care less. Or, you got to do what you got to do. So that's what I've been doing the last 6 years, is letting go of a lot of expectations that even I couldn't live up to. Like my biggest one is, being married, is I let go of a lot of expecting a lot of different things from Mr. McCoy, because it's like it was a lot of heaviness. Like we were talking yesterday, and I mowed the yard yesterday. Did I do it yesterday? Yes. And out there, I was out on the back part of the property, and I was just like, why is his glasses back here? And so we were talking, and he was just like, I just try to do too much. And I was like, yeah, and God forbid I ask you to do something. Because then you stop whatever you're doing, and make what I asked a priority. And I was telling him, it's like, you don't have to do that. Like, just put it on a list. Most of the time, and then, because if you do, like my light here in the studio over there is lights out because he thought he could fix it and it needs a little bit more attention. So now when I cut my lights on, it's like it's dark over there, and I'm just like, oh. So instead of getting frustrated, it's like, okay, well, he'll get to it. So hopefully tomorrow when he's off, I'll get my lights on so I can cut that one off up there. So when I pull my gel plate out, you don't see that light on my gel plate. I mean, I really want track lighting, so it's lighting coming from this way, so it doesn't come straight down. Okay. So Vanessa threatened me with a good time, so I went ahead and we got. So this one is got peace. That's my piece, and then I stamped it out with VersaFine. I have VersaFine because of Maddie, and then I just colored it in with the color. Isn't that beautiful? And then this one, we got joy and grace, because I want you to have joy and grace. Got to have some joy and give yourself some grace. And that one was crimson red. Didn't want to go all the way because I like to have a little bit of the white. I don't need all of it done. But if you do, let that go. All right, let's make sure I got that one. I'm good with those. All right, let's put the paint up. Let's pivot. Gonna slide. Don't leave your brushes in water. Clean the water off of them. I mean, clean the pigment off of them, and then have you put them in some, drain them, and then, but don't leave them in the water. That'll mess your brushes up. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Ooh, goodness, I got a lot. Let me go back. Ooh. Eddie won't say imagine. Okay, expectations of myself are the hardest. Yes. Julia, I am thinking. Okay, let's talking Julie. Zippy, all right, y'all talking to each other. All right. Oh, Karen, Emily. I had a to-do list maybe 1 year ago and realized most of that list were what others expected of me and not my own expectations for me. I crossed out everything off my own list. Your list was tidy. Julie, the problem in my church, in my case, is the church. The church demonizes the people of my community for who we love, even tries to beat us. Yeah, I see. That's why, Eddie, I wasn't going to go there, but y'all done brought it in the chat. Y'all know, because, I cannot stand that. And talk about, y'all know what I say. Jesus died for the sins of the world. That means anybody. So the preacher that's hoeing around with the deaconess, he the one. That's what same. They want to talk about that. That's the problem. These people told these Bibles and they go and read these scriptures that only make them look good. Or if somebody will pull the cover back off of their life and see who they sleeping with, that's where the real sin comes in. That's where the real problem comes in. I do believe it says in that thing where we go to talk about, and God forbid we go and pull out. See, y'all, I got a whole degree in this. I can walk this out. I'm going to walk it for a minute. We're going to walk this out for a minute, okay? Because I was just waiting to see. I was just waiting if Eddie brought it into the chat. Because I already know. That's one of the things that hurts my heart the most is the judgmental people. And we're not going to talk about everybody. So don't be confused. I'm not talking about everybody. He's not talking about everybody. But we are talking about some of those same people that want to get up and talk about the communities. And I can look at it because when I was a young mother, I was 14 when I had my first child, 16 when I had my second child. This is the place where I come from. Eddie speaks from his vantage point. I speak from mine. The same people. We're talking about the same people, okay? People told me that I was going, I'm having a baby. God gave me this baby, allowed me to get pregnant. But these same people going to tell me, for one, I got to stand up in front of the church and ask for forgiveness because I committed a sin. And if I didn't, I was going to go to hell. God wasn't pleased with my life. I'm 14, scared as hell already as it is. And this what y'all doing to me? So when we get to talking about, we're not talking about everybody, but we are talking about those that are judgmental and pointing the finger. Because here's the thing, in that same Bible that these people want to talk about, it does say, judge ye not so that ye may not be what? Judged. So don't come over here. See, I know it now. I tell them same people, I've circled back. I'm in the same town with them same people. The preacher dead now, but some of the people, some are family members. I was just like, at least I'm having my baby. We won't talk about what your daughter did with hers. I stand flat-footed now. I'm crystal clear on where I am and who I am now. I don't need nobody. I don't need to go in a church for nobody to tell me nothing. I have enough connection, right? So that's the part when we go and we're talking about the organized religion. I think that a lot of them do more harm than good. They do more harm. And that's just that. When you sit up and you tell somebody they're getting put out of their house, right? They don't have nowhere to go. Now they're homeless. And you tell them to pray about it. Did you just really tell them to pray and they getting put out? They being evicted and you telling them to pray about it? Don't nobody want to hear that. And I'm speaking from the standpoint of when my daughter and granddaughter died. You know, the people say, oh, well, God will put no more on you than he can bear. Well, how much he done put on you? I don't tell people that. I very rarely tell people that, oh man, I am so sorry, and I'm going to pray for you. What I will ask is, do you want me to put you in my prayers? Because some people they don't want it. And I'm okay with it. When my daughter and granddaughter died, I could care less about somebody praying for me. I wanted my child back. I wanted my granddaughter. I didn't want to be living this life, right? I didn't want to hear nobody tell me, well, God will never put no more than you can bear. First of all, tell me where that is in the Bible. Then you get the other ones that's over here. It's like, you ain't supposed to wear makeup. You ain't supposed to do this. You ain't supposed to do that. I was like, oh, Lord. Well, you ain't supposed to be wearing mixed blends either, but you do. So at the end of it all, I just be like, going on with, I just don't like it. So for me, this is what I do over here at Create Joy Studio. This is what I do. I tell you, I'm the best thing that God woke up this morning, because sometimes I have to repent from my dreams, right? And I know that all of the things that people want to say, I know that sometimes they feel like they're doing good. I do. I do. But I think when you start off with the conversation and it leads off saying, well, you need to do this and you need to do that, I already know it's going to be something that's going to offend me. And I don't think people really understand. I mean, it's so much so that my mother in law told me, as a counselor, she told me I was stealing people money. People just needed to pray more. I was like, I wanted to cuss her out so bad, but I knew that that wasn't the thing to do, because that would have caused tension in the family. I didn't care, but what I did do was just stop talking to her about what I did in my life, right? Because people don't have a heaven or hell to put you in, right? But I do know that people are brought in your life for a reason. They are. And I think that we should all love people right where they are and stop judging them for who they love, who they live with, what kind of car they drive, what kind of dog they got, what kind of paint they use, what kind of paint they don't use. Just stop judging people. Let's get together and have a real conversation, right? Because it works better that way. It do. I love Eddie for who Eddie is. I could care less about who Eddie loves. If Eddie came and said, you know what, I'm loving on these orangutans over here, I'd be like, buddy, I love you. What are we doing today? What color you putting on that gel plate? Because it's not my job to do anything other than that. Although there's some people to be like, well, Karen, no. That's between Eddie and the orangutan, not me and Eddie and the orangutan. Eddie ain't asked me to join him in the orangutan, so why am I worried about it? All I want to know is, Eddie, what color we putting on the gel plate today? Or, Eddie, what was the color you told me that I wasn't supposed to put out because it's going to orange it out or wash it out or whatever? It's not going to be popping out. Those are the things. And when you concentrate on loving people, and I mean really, really loving people, you won't have time to look at them and say, oh, they got poop on their shoes. You're going to be like, oh, come on, let's walk this out. They still don't know they got poop on their shoes. By the time you get through walking it out and loving on them, they gonna be to walk through some grass, walk through some dirt, and then they ain't gonna have poop on their shoes no more. But when you show up trying to point out the wrong on things and that people do, then that's when you mess up. I mean, even with what the person that's running the United States of America, I try not to judge him. I just be like, Lord, what is he doing today? One of my friends call him Wig. And he'd be like, what is Wig doing today? I mean, because at the end of the day, ain't nothing I can do about it. So stay open without losing yourself. Love people. I'm serious. Love people. Most of the time people just they don't even need you. They just want you to be their friend. You're a real friend. I was looking at something on social media, something what's that basketball player's Magic Johnson, his son. What's his son name? It was an interview or something that was on there, and somebody was saying something about something, the interview that he had. And then, of course, I had to go down the rabbit hole because I wanted to see, because this was a church. Somebody in the church. And I'm using it in the church loosely because everybody that goes to church is not what we're talking about. You know the kind of people we're talking about, right? But that's what they were doing. Basically the same thing what Eddie had said earlier. And I just didn't understand. And I still don't understand. And it's only because now when I talk to my bishop, and I was just like, how can preachers get in the pulpit and tell people that they're gonna die and go to hell when he's sleeping with the choir director? I just don't understand it. Don't make sense to me. And he's just like, they have their views, their vernacular is what he says. Their vernacular is a little different from ours. It's like, yeah, but you taught us to love. It's like, and that's what you need to do. You don't look at people for what they have on. You don't look at people for what they can do for you. You look at people to love them. And I think that's why I show up more over here on YouTube, because I just want to be a positive light. Yes, I do believe that Jesus died for my sins and all the things, but I also know that he said the greatest of these is what? Love. And I can't talk about love if I'm not showing love. I can't talk about nobody. That's why I come over here and tell y'all, as for me and my studio, Create Joy Studio, this how I feel. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell y'all what y'all need to do. This is what I'm going to do. And then if y'all touch and agree, then you in the chat and be like, yeah, I get that. But if you don't, I ain't going to be mad at you. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to even say we can't have a conversation, because we might have some great conversations. You know what I'm saying? I learned a good technique that Rhonda did with the daggum palette knife. Baby, let me tell y'all what I did. I went and bought me a brand new palette knife just for, and I want y'all to go watch Rhonda's video. I ain't going to tell you what it is, but just for that. Just for that. We won't be poking the plate, but we sure going to be doing it. And that's because I don't got no fingernails. P do it with fingernails. I don't got no fingernails. So I can't slide my nails up there. And then when I did try it with that finger, that daggone paper cut me so bad. I was like, oh, I ain't never doing that no more. Zippy, y'all, I'm sorry. And there's nothing. If you're on here, if you came on since I made the announcement, if you are one of my members, go over into the community. There is a post over there for you for Sunday, because we're gonna be doing mixed media fun with Barb and me. Gonna be hanging out, doing some fun things. And that, let me give you an invitation. If you are new to my channel and you've been hanging out and you just be like, oh, I kind of like this girl, I'd love to hang out. You get to come and hang out on Zoom, but you have to be a member. You got to hit that join button. Oh, and if you're not subscribed, do hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, all, so that way you'll get notified and all the things. Hopefully it's working out for everybody. And then when look at that, what I just did. We're not gonna worry about it. Watch this. See how we did that right there? We ain't gonna mess it. We ain't gonna worry about it. But what we gonna do is we gonna get a little water on there. Remember I told y'all watercolor is just like Jesus. Very forgiving. It's not judgmental. Just move that on out the way. Ooh, there we go. And then I'm gonna go up here and get some of that color and put that right there. Look at that. Look at there. Don't worry about it. Boom. And if all else fails and you're still not happy with it, you can always put a sentiment across there. Okay, am I missing anything? Eddie, I go to church and I wouldn't do that. Yeah. They point the finger but have three. Yes. Oh, that's the one I said. You got three other ones point. Man, listen. As a matter of fact, it is almost time for me to pick up my number. Numero uno, son. Awesome. So we're talking. We're not talking about the lovely folks. Excuse me. That's right. We're not talking about. That's why, and that's another thing. I don't want anybody to be offended. So don't come in my comments. Don't send me no email. I mean, you can, but I will walk it out with you. I do have a whole degree. I do. We can walk the Bible front to back, all of it. But by the time I get through beating you up with some scriptures, you won't come at me no more. I'm just saying. Because where the word speaks for one, it also says something for another. And the one everybody want to throw out is like, oh, well, that's why Sodom and Gomorrah was done the way it was done. Oh, that's in the Old Testament. You can't give me nothing new because there is a whole New Testament. Oh, and let's not talk about the books of the Bible that they didn't even include because it showed too much of their mess. I'm just saying. Y'all just walk out them 66 books of the Bible, but you ain't even living them out, so you can't even live out the more. Now I'm gonna leave that alone. We're gonna pivot on over here. But I just wanted y'all to understand that I understood where Eddie was coming from. And if you're on Team Replay, the chat will be available and you can leave your comments if you want. If you have anything negative to say, or if you have anything to say about what we're doing or whatever, you're the people we're talking about. Don't worry about it. Unsubscribe and keep moving. Those are the kind we're not want. We want loving people. Like if I come over here, here's the thing. I tell Mr. McCoy sometime, I be like, I like making fun. He don't like it. He say he don't like me making fun, but I like making fun. But I figure he got a little sense of humor. I figure he could laugh, right? But sometimes you have to just know that you can do what you do. That's it. Just don't do it. I release you to try to be all things. I feel like I need to something happen. Welcome, Michelle. Call me Glitter. Listen, you get to hang out with Crystal. Listen, y'all. Listen. Did I not tell y'all I love y'all? I love y'all, YouTube. I love you about as much as I can love you. And that's for real, right? Now, I haven't put these on a base, but these are cards. Now, what I'm going to do with these right here, I'm going to put my sentiment like peace and on them, but I want to put it, I'm going to stamp it out. I already have some stamped out and I'm going to put them on a, well, let me show you. What time is it? Did Doc came in? Has Doc come in the chat? Because that's the only way I'm going to know. Are you able to remove the bad comments? Yes, we are. Why? Is it a bad comment? I actually probably have a lot to say, but wait a minute. Hey, Jeanette. Yes, I know you're not. What we need? We need to remove something? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Zippy said I would get hit with the Bible because I had a hard time memorizing verses. Put in a corner and made to stay. I was forgotten and left. Oh Lord. Now I will tell you with my kids, their punishment. It used to be, they had to learn words because that was mine. I had to learn words when I was growing up. When I would get in trouble, and I would have to. That's too big. Yeah, that's too big. Let's kind of slither that down a little bit. I feel like I should have some scraps somewhere. Wait a minute. I might have some scraps. But yeah, they would have to get the dictionary, and then we would do Bible verses. But then I stopped doing it. I just didn't. I felt like if they wanted to learn, they would learn for themselves. I wasn't gonna make them learn. That's not a good color. I think I'm just gonna have to do white. Oh wait, we got some orange. I actually probably have a lot to say. What you got to say, Jeanette? Tell us what you got to say. Let's show the one here. I'm quite sure I'll get a I'm quite sure I'll get a recap of whatever it was. One thing I can say, Cookie be like, don't worry about it, I got it. Because sometimes I wish we could delete people commenting out of their mouth in life like that sometimes. About as fast as we delete them in the chat. But y'all know, I give people space to act up. I give them space to act up. I do. You know what I say? Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm just saying. Don't threaten me with a good time. Is that wide enough? Do we want to put it straight? See how you could, if that was bothering, let's put it across there. We can put it across there. We want to put it right there, or do we want to put it all the way? I like it all the way across there. Well, you don't need to cover it all up. Let's not cover it all up. Let's just stamp a little bit. Decisions. This one. Yeah, let's stamp it. Let's just stamp it a little bit. And I'm not gonna, what do you call that? I'm not gonna emboss it. I'm just gonna stamp it out. There we go. I will tell you, I've gotten put out of some meetings in the church in the past because I don't have a problem with saying how I feel about things. I don't have a problem with, oh, that's not enough. It went too high. We're not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna worry about it because it's not about perfection. It's about peace. There we go. All right, now it's just something about I want it on something else. Just want what I want. I like that. That's better. I like that. That's better. Let's do that. Let's do that. So, is everybody all hearts and minds? Look, as they say, are all hearts and minds clear? We satisfied? We're okay? We're happy? Because Lord knows I lost some friends when I get to talking about some things about the church. I lose some friends there. I'll be like, you're gonna bust hell wide open. And I'm not saying that to judge you. I'm just saying that statement you just made, that is just not good. So I'm just hoping that you change your thought process. It's kinda. Cause see, sometimes you gotta watch how you talk to people, cause before you know it, you'll be judging them based on what they said. So I be like, let me leave them alone. Let me go on. So you can't see it now, and I'm like that. I want it to pop out. Pop, pop. Nope. Want what I want, y'all. I just want what I want. Can we do that? That's a lot. I got some ledges, whatever these things called, puffers. I'll put some puffers. Hey, K-pop mama. Happy Wednesday. Y'all let me know if Dot pops in, because that's the only way I'm going to know what the timing is for things. I haven't gotten a notification on my, oh, I do have Do Not Disturb on too. I got pulled to the side and in trouble when I told Jehovah's Witness I had too much anxiety, nervous to talk at the door. We had to go to the door. They said out of EC, and so now we have to. Oh my God. That is funny. Green would have worked, but I don't have it. So I'm going to take it up a little bit. We're just going to go up a little bit and just pop it. That looks better. It's up. See, it's up. So that looks better. It's okay. It's okay. Di hasn't put the stream up yet. Well, what's she doing? Okay, thank you, Cookie. Appreciate it. Ah, look, there she go. Live is at 7 p.m. Central. Okay. See, look how that is. That worked out great. Di, you already got a link so we can share. People, we've been asking. So 7 p.m. Central. Also, I got time. I got time to get off of here, grab me something to eat, take the doggy, the puppy out, and Mr. McCoy will be home by then. I do like that. I do. I do. I do. I do. I feel like I need to add something else, and I probably will. Maybe. I don't know. Because I like that. Oh, it's not big enough. Ooh, I like that. Vanessa, get you some rest. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for joining us in our very intensive conversation. I think it was a very good conversation, right? Give me 5 minutes. I'm a slacker. Oh, take your time. We got time since it's at 7 Central Time, our time. We got time. Ain't no rush. I just got your small word stamps. Now I want the bigger ones. Oh, Jeanette, but listen, they work. The small ones work too. That's why I did both. See, so you got the little ones. You can do the little one and put it on there. And then you can take, well, I was going to say, you said you didn't have the big one, but you put another sentiment on this one. Like this card could have Happy Mother's Day. So these are the ones we're going to do. Happy Mother's Day, like joy and grace and peace. Maybe not, maybe, but these over here, these right here. I'm going to make these going to be Mother's Day. But I wanted to show you how you could take just show you how you can use them, right? And for y'all that have already bought my sentiments, I do appreciate your support. I do appreciate it. I really, really, really do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I take it not robbery that y'all over here rocking and riding out with me. Like y'all saying in the chat, and then like Keek put up the video, and Tammy and Lisa, Adrian and Zal, all y'all that get to show. Like today, Eddie, like I heard it, I couldn't see it till after I'm gonna have to go back and see. But most of the live I was having to listen because I was driving. But I appreciate y'all bringing me into your lives. I do. Because you know what that does for me? That reaffirms. That reaffirms that I'm over here doing what I'm supposed to do. Because I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay. I'm going to save these to put them on a base because I want these on what do you call that color? Manila? Manila? Is it Manila? And I don't have any big enough right now. I got to get some bigger cardstock because these are bigger cards. So, but these will work out. So this right here, I'm going to save and put Mother's Day, like Happy Mother's Day on these, to put across there, and then I'll put them on the base. And this one with peace on it, I still might put Happy Mother's Day across there and it has peace on it. Still could. But I'm going to be doing a series of my watercolors, and they're going to be in my watercolor flowers. Same with these. You get to see how I do these. Yes, cream. That's it. I want cream. And I'm looking over there and I only have white. White or black. So I got to go hunt and see if I got some cream. That's what I got to do. I do. And website, I'll be getting a bigger word soon. I need a stamp that says breathe. Ooh. So what you're saying, this is what I just heard Ann say. Hold on. Let's put this over here. Let's put that down right there. Because don't threaten me with a good time. I'm just saying. This isn't big enough. Breathe. Doot, doot, doot. Connect, connect. Or, where's my other pen? I think a white base would be perfect. You think the white base would be perfect? Because the paper is so creamy though. I'll pull it out. I'll pull it out. The master has spoke. Cause y'all know Maddie is a master. I have VersaFine and I love it. Cause Maddie said you need that VersaFine. There you go. Breathe. There you go. I want you to breathe. Take a deep breath and do what you need to do because clarity is in the breathing. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Oh, we need exhale. Okay, hold on. Where did the pen? Let's change colors. And there we go. We had 4 people. I don't know if I shared this with y'all last week or Monday. Um, there was a car, kids running from the police, and all 4 of the people. It was from 17. The youngest was 17. I think the oldest was 23, 24, but 4 people. And their mothers have to plan a funeral. Just made my heart hurt. All right, Maddie said white would be fine, so let me try. Let me get a white. All right, y'all got that? There you go. Talk to yourself. Sometimes you can't talk to yourself. I journal. That's how all this got started. I journal words that I needed to speak positive things in my life. Ooh, I need my glasses on. Oh, and another thing I want to share, if y'all ain't seen Paula K's work over there with that Simon Hurley paste, y'all, she got my Simon Hurley paste. I pulled it out. It's right here. I got it. Cause I'm gonna be doing some of this stuff. Paula K threatened me with a good time. Oh, okay, Maddie. There you go. It's not that bad. It is not. All right, if y'all know me, you know I don't have time to be. Oh, there's Paula K. Yeah, so we're gonna put this on the base. Gotta go. Phone call. Okay, see you later. But yes, white works. Thank you, Maddie. The card makers have to tell me how to do this because y'all know I'm not a card maker. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back that up. I'm a card maker. I'm learning how to do better at card making. See how I pivoted? See how you got to speak positive into your life? Change your words. Just like that. Just like that. Because now, because y'all know I wanted to be Gina K card making. That daggum Gina K had me out here buying all the things. I gave it up. But now, I got it. All right, where's this going to cut? I'm learning how to work this new cutter too. Where did it cut? Oh, not enough. A little bit more. About that much. That's good. That is. Look at that white. That turned out beautiful. Wait, that's not. Okay, yes it is. There we go. Look at that. Oh, okay. So there's the link for Die Stream. Me, Die, and I think what's the other? Christine. I think it's Christine. And is Pam gonna be on too? We're gonna be slapping paint on the gel plate. Oh, so Michelle, call me Glitter. Go over to the community. It's gonna be Sunday, the 19th at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I like that. And let me tell you what I really, really, really like. I didn't use my tool to do my stuff over here. I like the way that piece kind of like sits up in the like it looks cloudy. I like that. I like that. That turned out very much so beautiful. And you can still again make it into a Mother's Day card or not. But we're getting a jump on Mother's Day this year. All right, let's pull this one out. Um, I know I have some heavier card stock because Paula K told me to get some. Um, what size are you? What size are you? Thicker card stock. Christina Scrapcraft. Yeah, Stitchery. That's it, Stitchery. I got you. Oh, you know what, Paula K? I will send. I need to send it in like right time I get finished. I need to send it because I will forget, and then I'll be like, ugh. But yes. Okay, hold on. Is that gonna fold? I think that's too big. Y'all can tell I don't like to measure. Okay, so I've done. I didn't kind of say quiet time was over or whatever because the day was kind of interactive. We had to kind of walk out some things. But if you're on team replay, because usually I'll be like the first hour. I mean, today just kind of it just went over. I think it's it was very needed. I needed it. I'm gonna need to trim this off. We're gonna make this work because I'm not, again, I'm here to make sure that I have my joy, but I'm also here to make sure that each one of you understand how I continue to live with the joy that I have, because I just don't let things get to me like I did in the past. I did. I let things get to me in the past. I used to try to people please, and now I'm not here to please people. I'm here to please me first, and then if you're pleased while I'm being pleased, then we gonna be all right. All right, let's take a little bit off the other side because people can be mean. Whether they mean to be mean or not, they can be mean. Whether they're gonna walk it back and apologize, they can be mean. And I've just had some. I think the one thing I had to get over in my life, the worst hurt, I really believe, the worst hurt I had to get over, like I said, it was church hurt. So as growing up, I tried to, now as an adult, when my kids had, friends that, possibly got pregnant or whatever, I tried to be there, be the person there that I wanted, be the adult that I needed when I was a child. You know what I mean? When I was growing up. So I didn't get to have um, the average childhood. I've been a mother, like I said, since I was 14. Didn't even know what the world would do, right? So we learned together. And so that's why I say now, just there's no such thing as right or wrong. If you feel like it's right for your life, then that's what you need to do. And then tell everybody else to kick rocks, open toe shoes, and a blizzard. Because you need to take care of you. That's what I'm going to tell you what you need to do. That's it. You need to take care of you. Anything else is kind of questionable. Karen, how do you take care of your PM Artist Studio stencils? They don't rip or fall apart. Mine are super thin. How do I take care of them? Oh, they got a lot of paint on them, for one, but they're not gonna rip. You need to go look at Eddie's video, his live from this morning. He's talking about the Yupo. It's not gonna rip. You have to, like, if it's real thin, like, like, let's see, I got a stencil right here. So it's got a lot of places and openings and things like that. Most of the time I got paint. I just leave a layer of paint on mine. But, and then don't yank it off of the plate. You have to be very gingerly with taking it off the plate. But yeah, go check out Eddie's live. He was talking about what is Yupo today on his live. That's what he started his live about, talking about Yupo. And the Yupo is not gonna rip, but long as you don't, be rough. Be too rough now. But most of mine got layers of paint on it. Layers and layers. But it's plastic. But go over there and watch Eddie's video. He gives you an explanation. He breaks it. He breaks the Yupo down. What is Yupo? And I'm going to tell you right off, he's going to tell you please excuse because his sinuses are bothering him. Because it's that time of year. I was like, I don't hear it, but okay. Look at that. Oh, I'm so happy about my card. Ooh, ooh. Yes, it was today. Cookie, can you put that link in? Eddie's his um his live for today. It was on, as a matter of fact, he was on right before me. Look at that. So we got two cards. And that white base did turn out nice. Now I'm feeling my little pinnery. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, maybe. Probably need to go get them alcohol. I mean, not alcohol. Those new watercolor hoo-hoos I got, and maybe what I need to do with that. But it's okay. Just want to add a little bit, just a little bit. And this, using my stamp, is another way that you can kind of get you a base on how to start your flower. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's do that one a little bit. But I will say I like Yupo better than that Mylar. Mylar tends to, like, if you got the little ones, you know, like I say the Tim Holtz and the Dino ones, because that's what my Mylar is, most of them. But the big ones, I didn't like it. And then I like it because the Yupo is continuously given. Like when you put paint on there and you use it, it still kind of gives you back. And what I mean by that is when the paint sticks to it, and sometimes when you're pulling, it comes up. There we go. Kind of just drop that center in there. Ooh, cute, her cute, her cute, her cute. Look at that, her cute. Tell yourself, her cute, they cute. All right, we did this one. We didn't put it on a base because I want it on. I don't know. I really think I want this. I'm gonna have to pull some cream paper and see because I like it on white. Yeah, white is gonna work. I'm glad Maddie said something. Now, here's the other thing that you can also do. Let's look at this way. Let's say that you don't want to put it on a base. Let's say you're not a card maker. You're just like, I'm not into the card. This is something else you can do. You can put it in a frame. You can get you some frames and you can frame it. Like the artwork itself, you can frame, right? So get about doing some things, some artwork for yourself, and just put some frames around it. It makes it look a whole lot different. These are 4x6, so it's a little. This one's not gonna work because the thing is bigger. So I would want it to be more inside. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want it to take away from it. And right now, that's kind of taking away from it. But some of my artwork I put in a frame, like my original artwork for my stamps. They're over there. It's in a frame. So you get to frame your work, right? Okay, let's see. Yupo is a synthetic non-porous paper. Correct. Glitter, you going. I appreciate you. Thank you, Paula K. That's a lot coming from you. Michelle said she finna go watch Eddie's video now. Yes, it was very, very engaging. I will never buy Mylar again. Yupo is such a fabulous. Yes, for stencils especially. Yes, I have, and the only Mylar I have now is because it's I have it, and it's my Dina Wakley all the stuff stencils, so that kind of works. That kind of works. Oh, yeah. I'm just here to tell you. But where we at on time? Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go and let y'all go. I feel so much better. And because I'm gonna come back on, I'm gonna go and take me a break, and I'm gonna eat and let the puppy out, and then y'all can catch us over there on Di's channel, where I'll be slapping paint on that gel plate. I will be pulling out my 16 by 20, my 12 by 12s. I'm just saying, I'm coming in hot, and is hi Rhonda. Rhonda, look what I got. I bought it just for that technique. Sure did. It works perfectly. Perfectly. And the other thing is, let me say, since Rhonda here, y'all hold on, because Rhonda came in. I gotta show her. Gotta show her what her technique did for me. I got all of it off of my plate. I didn't lose, like, it ripped a little bit right there, but it was already the paper because I tried to pull it too soon. But look at that. This was on my 16 by 20 and all around my edges because I went around, like you said. There's a video for that. Y'all go check Rhonda out. So I bought me a whole thing. This is it, but y'all go check Rhonda out so she can show you. And this was just so beautiful. And I was happy not to lose the side because that's what I usually do. I usually lose the sides on the 16 by 20. And the 12 by 12, it comes out fine. All the other ones, especially my gel elf, but the 16 by 20, because I had so much paint on it, it was holding on to the edges, and I would just flip it over because Froyo flips hers over and it would pop off. But I was like, oh, that was just so much. So now I didn't have to do that. So I was happy about it. I didn't lose none on that one. Just pulled it up just like it was just like hot butter peeling up, draining off of a hot piece of toast. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, it might not be for everybody, but when you find something that works for you, go ride it out. So here we go. Just remember, you didn't wake up one day and decide to change for no reason. Life shaped you, experiences redefined you, healing stretched you, and now you're standing in a place where you can finally say, I honor who I am. I honor who I'm becoming. You didn't lose people. You didn't lose yourself. You just outgrew what could no longer hold the version of you that is rising. And that is growth. That is the courage to be humble. And that, my friend, is how I heal one brushstroke at a time. Now, if that spoke to you and y'all enjoyed these last couple of hours of hanging out with me, remember some of these things that I've talked about today, it takes practice. I just didn't wake up yesterday and then I was a new person. It's taken me years to walk out who I am now. Who, when I say I could care less, I'm going to sit down and relax and don't care what somebody else has to say, it's taken some time. So, but what I want you to do, I want you to choose your peace, choose your joy, and choose yourself every single day. I'll see you guys later. Come and hang out with us over on Di's channel. Click on the link, hit that, what it say, notify, hit the notification button so when in a couple hours, you get to come back. Bring your tea, your coffee, whatever. Just come on. Love you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Bye.